Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are just going to do a full face of the most luxury products that I have got in that are brand new to the market, most of them. We're just going to do some makeup therapy together today. School is starting again, the summer is ending, it's getting a little gloomy outside, so I need a little bit of a pick-me-up today and to hang out with my girls. So if that sounds like so much fun, and I'd love to put on some brand new launches with you guys, figure out if they're worth it, especially with this hefty price tag that we're working with today. So without further ado, let's get on into it. I brought out the diamond clips for today because it just felt like that was the vibe. You know what I mean? Okay, so the first thing I've got to start out with, this is the MAC Hyper Real Serumizer. This is, it's formulated with Pro for Power Infusion Matrix. It's Japanese peony extract, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and ceramides, all good stuff that we absolutely love. It's supposed to strengthen your skin barrier and hydrate your skin. I heard Morgan Turner talking about this and she absolutely loves this. I think she used this in her wedding makeup video, so I'm really excited to try it out. My skin could use a little hydration right now. Ooh. Oh, wow. Honestly, I could already say by the way this feels, I would want this on my wedding day too, if I ever got one. Ooh, it smells lovely. It almost, you can smell the Japanese peony extract. It smells like peony. I don't know if they put that in there just because, but that is so lovely. It feels like a really, like thick is the wrong word, but it feels almost like a really, really hydrating silicone primer. Like it just has that smooth glide to it, but it also feels very hydrating, refreshing. It feels like if the watermelon niacinamide drops or the Elf Dew Thirst Drop had a little bit more heft to them, that's exactly what this feels like. Okay, please don't hate me, but I really wanted to try this out together. This is the Dolce and Gabbana Everlast Foundation. It says it's 24-hour full coverage 3D matte, no transfer, and it's got sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 20 in it. This was gifted to me, not in PR, but just like by a friend. I have wanted to try this so badly, and I want to try this with a friend because this is definitely the most beautiful, wonderful, expensive, only Dolce & Gabbana thing I own. And I thought we'd try it out together. So I hope this is really beautiful. This isn't brand new. It came out a little earlier this year, but still, it's brand new to me. Okay, it is very thick. I'm also going to try the One Size B12 Base Thinner. This I've tried a couple of times beforehand, and frankly, I love the way not only that this feels, but the way it makes my makeup and my foundations go on so well. This really is such a beautiful product, and it's fairly new to me still, so I'm still kind of testing it out. Again, if this isn't my exact shade, it was sort of gifted to me. Somebody didn't want it, and so I'm just sort of going to work with it. I've got a lot of good bronzer and concealer products that we can use to sort of adjust the tones if we need to. I will say, even with that thinner, it is very thick, almost moussey, but it really isn't looking that thick on the skin, and it's not very difficult to blend out. It's looking a lot thinner than I anticipated on my skin, which is really kind of what I would like today. Wow. I'm just gonna go in and see if we can build this up a little bit. It's layering so nicely. Is it just me or is the finish of this so gorgeous? Because it's so skin-like. I still see a little bit of my skin peeking through, like you can still see my freckles and everything, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't feel watery lightweight, but you definitely can't feel all of this coverage sitting on your skin. It doesn't feel too drying as well. This reminds me so much of the Armani Luminous Silk. That's kind of what it's giving right now. This is so beautiful. Wow. That's so stunning. I love that. That's like my perfect amount of coverage for me, where you can still see a little bit of my freckles peeking through, but it really just gives sort of like, it's not too luminous, but it's not fully matte. I think this is beautiful. I'm sorry to say. I realized that I cheated a teensy bit by putting in the base thinner with that foundation, so I will wear it in the next couple of days before I edit and upload this video, and I will put in a pinned comment how it actually wore throughout the day so that you can get a little bit of a first impressions wear test. But I just kind of wanted to try multiple products. Gosh, that is so gorgeous. I'm so into that. Okay, next for liquid bronzer, I'm so excited. I've got the Natasha Denona High Sculpt Liquid Bronzer. This is a serum infused liquid bronzer. and I've seen lots of good reviews of this thing. So I got mine in the shade Foxy Light, and it says to use to apply to the back of the hand first and blend using a brush. So that's what I'm going to do today. The claims on this is that it is a self-setting formula. It's weightless and ultra smooth, and it's non-patchy, mistake-proof application with a natural matte finish. So honestly, Natasha, say less, right? Well, this looks like a really, really nice color. It's not going to be too dark for me. I'm just going to pick that up a little bit on the back of my brush. Yeah, I can really see this really has like a really sort of matte finish. And I'm just going to sort of place the initial color in the areas I want it, and then I will go in and blend with what's left on my brush. Yeah, wow. Wow. That is probably the most true matte liquid bronzer formula I have ever used. It's not a bad thing. And it's interesting because it's matte and it does cover, but it still allows your skin to peek through. That is really beautiful. I don't have a single product like this at all in my collection. I'm just going to take a little bit on the jawline down here. That's so lovely. It really did blend out so effortlessly. I can't believe I'm already done blending. I love that color too. That's going to be a really good color for me. That looks beautiful. No complaints here. So hopefully if everything wears really well, I think I picked out some really good products. This is the thing I was the most excited to try that inspired this whole video, because I am such a Charlotte Tilbury fan. This is her Real Healthy Glow Stick Blushes. I've got the shades Rosy Glow and Pretty Glow. Oh my goodness. I have not heard really one bad review of these. And at first I was really not that interested in this launch. And then the more I saw people talk about it, the more I was like, my instincts tell me I gotta try this out and I gotta see if it's worth it, because I really am rooting for her. I think it's just like a nostalgia factor. She was just like one of the first high-end brands that I really bought, and that kind of I grew up with and saw the difference between really what it was back then when, you know, drugstore wasn't as good as it was now, to what really like $40 would purchase me. And, you know, so I'm so excited to try these out. So I've got a really beautiful lilac color and then a rosy color. And I think I'll try one on each cheek so that we can see the color payoff of each of these. And then I will probably mix them on both cheeks to make them look a little more even. So I always love lilac with such a really pretty like green olive color, which by the way is my undertone. So I feel like applying these with a brush is going to be my best bet. But when I'm testing products, I really want to see what they're capable of. So I will try this one, putting it straight on the cheek, and then I'll try this one with a brush. Okay, for real, that did not feel like it lifted up hardly anything. That was really easy to apply, and not a lot of foundation came off on the stick as well. Ooh, this is blending out so beautifully. Yes, ma'am. That color is actually so much more subtle than I thought it was going to be, and frankly, that is not anything that I'm mad about, actually, because these colors looked a little intense from her, and that's kind of what I was worried about. And if blush looks intense to me, you know it's an intense color. So I was like, oh, but that looks really, really beautiful. Okay, let's go in with the shade Rosy Glow, and then I'm going to pick this one up on a brush for first application and see how we do. I mean, how beautiful is that? Wow. I knew that was going to be my favorite color, but that is like my perfect blush color. And you can still kind of see my skin peeking through a little bit. Just like that signature Charlotte Tilbury plumped up look. That is so beautiful. They really do blend out so easily. And my mom tried one of these and she blended it out with her finger. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Rosy Glow over here to kind of even it out. A little bit on my nose. And then to even out the color, I'm just going to take a little bit of Pretty Glow and add it to the other cheek. Ah, that makes me so happy. I was so excited for those, and I love when that's a good outcome. I also love this packaging. It's the same packaging as her stick skin tint, which is one of my personal favorites. Now, I have very dry skin and it's not glowy at all, so I understand if that looks like a Tin Man on you, especially for oily skin people, but I love it. And so I love this packaging too. I love that you can tell what color it is. That is like my #1 pet peeve, when you've got like a lineup of products and they all look the exact same. And you're like, how am I supposed to, you want me to dig through 24 of these? So Okay, it's really unfortunate that my under eyes are matching the blush right now. So let's go in with some concealer. I've got two to try. First of all, this is not new. It's just new to me. It's a really good sale deal, so bear with me here. I picked up the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer Corrector. Now, there might be a reason nobody talks about this. I have no idea. We shall see. But the other one I really wanted to try is the Estee Lauder Wear Stay in Place Concealer. I like my concealers thick and I like them really, really full coverage, and I love them to feel hydrating and lightweight, but frankly, I just want them to cover my dark circles and to stay in place. That's really my number one. If they feel hydrating, great. But let's go ahead and try, I hope these are comparable colors. Let's try Turn Up the Base over here. Oh, okay. That feels incredibly lightweight. Wow. I don't think there's one thing from One Size that I've tried that I haven't liked. I haven't tried all of their products, but I've tried quite a few of them. I love how big the doe foot applicator is on this. Now, these...
Okay, so this is too dark. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is too dark. Oh, that's so awkward.
Okay, we're gonna have to mix and match these colors a little bit. That's so funny. That's so funny. Whoopsies. This is what's fun about these videos here, is you get to see this process. So hold please, we will fix that. I'm gonna mix them in a second. I don't want to use a brush. Wow, good job, Soph. This One Size one feels heavenly. It feels, I know it's thick, but it feels really lightweight and really hydrating. It does feel like butter silk. That's a good name for it. It is very full coverage, like a lot of Patrick's stuff from One Size. That may be a little too light for me, but I'm not mad at it. Thank God I have two of these things. Okay, then let's go in with this side. This one is like blur in a bottle. I don't know if the color is just so much better or that just blended out like nothing, and that one is not heavy and it's not creasing on me immediately, whereas this one I can tell is like, it might have been user error a little bit because I did not know how much to go in with at first. I would go in with less next time. Estee Lauder may have done something real right, because oh my goodness gracious. Now we are heading into winter, and is that going to be my shade? No, but I'll just have to mix them, I guess. Okay, let's go in and lighten this up just a little bit. And then I always take a little bit of my blush brush with nothing on it and just kind of go over the edge of where the concealer and the blush came together. Okay, those are two lovely concealers. I really hope they wear really well. Again, we will continue to test them out together, especially now that I know that they are completely different colors. But that's kind of the fun of it. We're just kind of friends hanging out. We're just trying new makeup, and I happen to get two different shades that are both called Fair N. So, okay, one of the only things that I don't have that's super brand new is a powder. So I just used this in the last video. This is the Iconic London powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face really quickly. Okay, lovely. I really have enjoyed using that powder. It's very nice. It's very velvety, very matte, but it feels gorgeous, and then it wears really well. So I'm going to take a little bit of the new Polite Society bronzer. I have also been enjoying this so much, and just kind of add a little bit more here. I feel like from the way that Natasha Denona bronzer went on, that this is literally perfect to layer over it, as it is truly the exact same product, but in like a different form. Okay, and then for blush today, I want to try the new Kylie Cosmetics Cheeky Mood Hybrid Blush. Look at this. This is such a stunning, just classic pink color. It's not too peach, it's not too blue pink, and it's not too bubblegummy pink. These, as I've been testing out, they have been so lovely to work with. As you can see, it's almost a cream formula, but it goes so beautifully over powder. And it's just been something that I have enjoyed so much. It's so incredibly blurring and sweet, and it's nice and compact. I love the packaging of these too. They just feel really sleek, even though they don't have the colors on them. But if you love something like the Rare Beauty Matte Bouncy Blushes, these are going to be something that you will absolutely adore if you have an Ulta near you instead of a Sephora. So I think these are darling, and the color range is lovely. Okay, for a little bit of highlighter today, I say a little bit, but I've heard this is a lot of it. This is the Benefit Glow La La highlighter, and I've got in this mine in the shade Rhea Fair Light. This looks like the most flipping stunning 2016 highlighter. This is like what 2016 highlighter dreams were made of. So I'm going to take it on a big fluffy brush so that it's not super, super stripy. Let's hope. And just kind of lightly dust where the light is hitting on my cheeks. Wow. How beautiful is that? Listen, I love 2016 makeup. I got into makeup because I loved shadow and color, and I wanted to learn how to do a cut crease, and I still love glitter and I still love all those things. So this is right up my alley. This is beautiful. The packaging is really cheap. It's very plastic. It's very lightweight. I kind of love the sunset vibe going on, but you know, that is what that is, but that is, you can't deny that is a beautiful product. It looks almost like a highlighter balm, but it's in a powder form. That is so lovely and definitely something you don't have to be scared of if you just take like a really light hand with a big fluffy brush to it. Love. Okay, but speaking of sparkles and eyeshadow, I've got two really exciting products for me. I've got one of the new Danessa Myricks eyeshadow foils and metallics. This is such a cool system. So you've got two different products in here. The middle is a magnet, so it's great for traveling, or if you just want to take one of these, you are good to go. They come in these really beautiful duos. One is foiled eyeshadow and one is a straight up glitter. So I'm going to try to put this on my eyes today. And then I might top it off. Speaking of glitter, I am so excited. I've got the two queens of glitter in brands form. So I've got the new Danessa Myricks eyeshadow foils and glitter sticks. And then I've also got the Half Magic Glitter Puck in the new shade Glimmer Pop, which is like a gorgeous gold, which is what they were missing. I'm so excited to try this. I have both of the other colors, but this is like, come on. Come on, are you kidding me with that beautiful champagne color? Okay, so really quick for some dimension, another product I've been loving recently is the new Morphe eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to take a really quick crease color and just throw that in my crease just for some dimension. And then I think I'm going to take the metallic side of these and just slip this in the outer corner. Wow. Ooh. This feels really, really cooling. Oh, it almost feels like almost wet to the touch. And then I'm just going to take a little brush and just make sure that that's all kind of diffused out here along the edges. Wow, it is setting down really quickly. So that's a good thing. That means it's not going to go anywhere even with how emollient it is, but you do have to work kind of quickly. So next time I think I'll do one eye and one eye. Next, I'm going to take the foil and I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is jump for joy with happiness, but I'm going to try to stay in my seat. But my soul is going to jump for joy because what? Oh, this is my scattered glitter dream. Yes, ma'am. She must have made that product for me. She must have. She knew. How freaking beautiful is that? And it also looks already blended. Like I don't have to do much blending with my finger. Oh my goodness. Are you seeing that? That is so stunning. I'm going to top it off with a little bit of this because how perfect do these colors align? Whoa. Do you see the swatch? Oh my God, that is insane. Oh. So this completely changed the look. It's not as classy anymore, but it sure is fun. Are y'all seeing what is on my eyeballs right now? I'm so happy. That is just so beautiful. It's so funny. I jump on camera with y'all on like a Monday and I'm like, all right, time to go to the club. But it really is just because I have so many fun glitter products to try out with you. That is just too much of a blast. I love both of those. I'm just going to do a quick shadowing. I will say when I went to the store to try to pick out which Danessa Myricks color I wanted. A lot of them are pretty similar. Now they're all beautiful. If you are interested in getting one of these, I don't think you'll go wrong, like truly, because they are all so stunning. But when I swatched a lot of them, they did look pretty similar. When I say similar, I know there was like a blue in there, and there are some that are lean a little more pink or a little bit, but they're mostly neutral tones. There's not a lot of like purples, blues, and greens. And they mostly lean in this sort of champagne gold family. And so they are a lot of money. So if you really, really want something like this, that's such a special, beautiful product, then maybe just pick your favorite one and only go for one. Or frankly, I just really think you'll never ever run out of these. These are such a great buy. So beautiful, and they last really, really well. And if you want something that's high impact like I do, I highly recommend this. I can't recommend it enough. So I'm going to quickly curl my lashes, and then I have a new mascara I want to share with y'all as soon as I get on my primer. Okay, so this is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Platinum Mascara. It says it's clinically proven to volume, lengthen, and curl for an instant effective eye lift. 24-hour smudge-proof and flake-free. It's got jojoba and avocado oils to nourish and protect, with vitamins B5 and E to condition. And this one is not super brand new to the market, so it's new to me, and I've heard so many good things about their original. So the wand is kind of just like a really standard straight across wand. It looks very intensely jet black. Oh, wow. I am such a mascara junkie. Lashes and eyes in general are just one of my favorite parts about makeup. It always has been. And I can pretty much tell what I like about a mascara formula almost immediately. And I really prefer a drier mascara because I like the drama in my makeup, and a drier formula will tend to build a lot easier and quicker, which not only saves me time, but also it makes me feel like I have less on my lashes because I've done less coats to try to kind of get the effect that I want. So it's a nice mascara. I think this amount of drama and thickness is not going to be for everyone. It gives you a little bit of a spider lash. Frankly, I really don't mind it, especially with such an intense glitter eye look like this. If I don't want to put on falsies, I'm really looking for something that's going to kind of give me that effect so that my lashes don't get lost in front of the eyeshadow. But this is not going to be for everyone, but it really did give a lot of volume. I don't see a lot of length, and I don't see a lot of it holding a curl. It does feel a little heavy, so I'm going to see how this wears. I think for a very specific occasion, it might be all right, but I'll totally get my use out of it because I kind of like products like this. But upon first impression, I wouldn't say, oh, run out and get this. But that's the way I am with most high-end mascaras. I really am such a drugstore person because at the end of the day, I think a lot of them are the same as long as they don't smudge or flake. But I was intrigued because I do like a lot of Tarte's mascaras, so I'm glad I tried that. I like it. I just don't think like you need to go out and spend $28 or whatever it is. I'm just going to very quickly run some Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel through my brows. Make them look a little bit like they showed up to work today at all. And then I just filled them in just a teeny bit with eyeshadow because I just didn't have a brow product to show you today. But I've got more coming. I've got a whole new what's new at the drugstore because the drugstore is dropping things like crazy. So stay tuned for that. I've got like 3 brow products to try from there. Okay, for lips today, I'm just going to go in with a really classic. This is the Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao, and just line my lips really quickly. Oh, look, the sun's coming out at the end of my video. That's just great. Okay, then, this is so sweet. This came out a little bit ago. This is the YSL Love Shine Plumping Lip Oil Gloss, and oh my gosh, these are so gorgeous. I didn't pick one up initially because everybody online said the plumping effect is just too painful for them. And then I went and I tried one on in store, and I was so obsessed with the way my lips looked. I was like, nah, I don't care. And the girl at the store was really sweet, and I got one of these, and she gave me like 7 other products and like a free product makeup bag. She talked me into it. So this is so beautiful. I cannot wait to actually try it on for the first time at home. And it looks like it's just going to be the perfect color to go with this look. It's got that really classic YSL smell. These do lean a little bit more gloss than they do true lip oil, but I don't mind that at all. This is kind of exactly the formula that I would want in a lip oil anyway, because for the most part, if I want sort of a lip oil that's not like a lip mask or treatment and it's really truly makeup, I do want some color in there. This feels really comforting on the lips once all the burning sensation dries down. It hasn't kicked in yet, so I did put a lot on, but I think we'll be okay. They actually really do plump up your lips a little bit, and the shine is stunning. I mean, they should be. They're very expensive. I love the packaging. I think they're darling, and I think this is just one of the most beautiful classic colors that you can get. I got mine in the shade 44, and I love that color in there. Blush as well, so stunning. Okay, last but not least, before summer officially ends, I have never tried the iconic London Prep Set and Glow Mist. So this is in their original shade, and it's just this one that is the most stunning, gorgeous, pearlescent, glowy finish setting spray ever, which is, again, right up my alley. And we've got a pretty matte face on today, so hopefully this will kind of balance everything out. Ooh. Oh, my skin is so dewy. Ooh. Okay, it's a little splotchy. It's an older product, so it doesn't have one of those like really fine misters on it. All right, there's one or two little splashes. It's an older product, so it doesn't have one of those like really fine aerosol mists on it, but it is a beautifully glowy, stunning product. Even my chest is a little glowy. And it smells so fresh. It smells like floral, fresh laundry. Like just a hint, just like a hint of it. I love that. That's really good. I hope it also keeps your makeup on. All right, y'all, that is the finished look. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. That was so much fun. I think we've got a full face of hits here, in my opinion. I didn't see anything that I really didn't care for a whole ton. So that's what I try to do. I will definitely let you know if a certain product is horrible and not worth your money. But I have a very limited amount of resources like everybody. I don't get PR packages. So when I try to pick out products, I really try to pick out the ones that I think will be really well worth my money and your money. And then I test it to just double check and make sure. And I tested along with you guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. But overall, this has been such a beautiful success. I love the way my makeup turned out. I think my skin looks really nice. That highlighter is just really doing a lot for me in my soul. My eyes are doing a lot for me in my soul as well. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Have a great one. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, please. I would love to have you in my cozy corner of the internet. I've got so many more fun videos coming your way. So I will see you in the next one.